Well, hey there, YouTube. Petey Two Finger here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Canyon Creek, the waterfall that Waterfall Glen Forest Preserve is hiding from you. So it says here, gone are the frigid, dark winter days in the Chicagoland area. Alive are crisp, fresh days of spring. As runners start to take advantage of the weather, they look away from the roads and paved paths for a chance of pace on the trail roads. For a change of pace on the trail roads. One of the more popular in Chicagoland area, especially the suburbs, is Waterfall Glen Forest Preserve, known for its easily accessible waterfalls. Okay, it's one thing, it's a dam. The Forest Preserve also has a lesser-known waterfall known as Canyon Creek. Yeah, that's because it's miles away and it's completely inaccessible to the public, and it's been kept a secret. Located between Darien and Lamont suburbs, the 2,492-acre Forest Preserve is one of the most ecologically impressive parcels of open space within the Forest Preserve district of DuPage County, if not northern Illinois. Hikers, bicyclists, horseback riders, cross-country skiers can enjoy some of Waterfall Glen's most scenic areas. 4 mapped trails which boast almost 11 miles of limestone and turf-covered routes. Best known for dramatic tiered falls constructed by the Civilian Conservation Corps in the 1930s as part of FDR's New Deal proposal. Waterfall Glen Forest Preserve is also home to a lesser-known natural waterfall hidden to the public, and it's even a secret to the locals, which this is true. I grew up not many miles away from Waterfall Glen, and I heard 2 times, I heard rumors that there was this secret waterfall, and at the same time that it came up, I heard people say, no, that's not true. And then the person who was talking about it clammed up because, well, it's not something that people talk about. And we'll get to that. The story, first reported by Danny Chiamproni of My Suburban Life newspaper in May of 2014, remains somewhat of a mystery, but thanks to Naperville resident Joe Cabal, this waterfall has an official name. According to Chiamproni in 2011, Cabal and 2 of his colleagues, independent journal Maria Tresca of Oak Lawn and College of DuPage geography professor Keith Yearman, decided to go on a road trip down Route 66, and from that they decided to write a book about Route 66 from Joliet to Chicago. As part of the project, the 3 started extensively researching Waterfall Glen. After talking with Forest Reserve District DuPage County naturalist Jack McRae, they were informed of the second naturally occurring waterfall known today as Canyon Creek. They learned that historically the area was referred to as Canyon Creek, but the name wasn't official. Cabal put together a proposal for the United States Board of Geographical Names and submitted it in May of 2013. On April 10th, he received formal approval. By giving the land its official title, it opens it up to the public more than in the past, noted Cabal. To keep the area in pristine condition, the Forest Preserve does not promote the location to the public. And Cabal and the Waterfall Glen Forest Preserve District asks that you respect the land. We won't give away the exact coordinates, but we'll tell you with a little bit of internet research, you can get some pretty accurate bearings. So here's what you should look for. And there's a video, we're going to play that in a second. Here are the official names of the natural waterfall areas in Waterfall Glen as reported by the My Suburban Life newspaper. Canyon Creek Falls, 8 high, southwest of the Argonne National Laboratory Reservation. Canyon Creek, half-mile long. Canyon Creek Cascade, about 3 feet high along the east branch Okay, so the 3-foot high one, I mean, the falls that we found, I was standing under it.
I mean, you couldn't.
That's the 8-foot one. This 3-foot high one, the Cascade, that's says it's along the east branch of Canyon Creek. That's got to be where we first.
Probably.
That's the Cascade, yeah. East branch, Canyon Creek 1.3, West branch. So let's play this video here. There it is. Now, I would just like to say that we found a waterfall.
Booking a family vacation in a Verbo means leaving all the craziness behind. Well, maybe not all of it.
We found a waterfall.
Today we're at a place called Waterfall Glen, and it's a forest preserve. We're going to go hiking.
Okay, so this is more than likely the dam. Yeah, this is the dam. Okay, so they're eating sandwiches by the dam. And this is why the place has been kept secret, because as you can see this woman hamming it up for the camera, eating her sandwiches, they're going to leave all their garbage on the premises. Well, I don't want to say that. Maybe they're good people. Maybe they bring it with. There is garbage cans here at this site, but as you can see, it's crawling with people, and I'm sure that they have to maintain it. Nothing against this Finn Family Fun. I'm sure they're great people. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sure she doesn't look like a bad lady. I'm sure she's gonna take her garbage with her. But I will say that the secret waterfall has been kept secret because there's 600 species of flora and fauna in that area that they're protecting, and because it's such an incredible natural wonder. They just didn't want it overrun with people. So, like I said, I grew up in the area. I only heard about it a couple times, and then that started my looking into the area, looking into the rumors about Broken Arrow with the Redgate Woods, the Manhattan Project, the first development of the first nuclear bombs, where they cemented over that Redgate, that had cracked and leaked into the water table, and this is why there was high rate of cancer deaths. This is why that they tested all of those wells in that area, and they capped all those wells off. There used to be wells you could pump at the forest preserves all around that area, and they kept them all off because they tested them and they showed radioactive contaminant. And like everyone that lived in that whole area, they used to have well water. They brought in city water. They piped in water because the water was toxic. And they hired an Indian. Tom Greenwood came out. They claimed it the land of the healing waters, and they did a ceremony where they put these giant boulders down, and they said, oh, we had found these boulders in this forest that turned into a housing development, and that supposedly the guy had moved them. Well, because he moved them, there was a curse, and all these people were getting sick and dying, and this massive housing development was in trouble. So they supposedly, while all of this is going on, and they're bringing in the well water or bringing in the city water, they also, the town, Willow Springs, hired an Indian to come and do a dance. Literally put his suit on of feathers and his headdress and get in his underwear and jump around with his drums and bless the land of the healing waters. Now, FDR, his wife Eleanor was a naturalist, and they had the Great Depression, and they hired these guys to come in and set up the forest reserve system is what they did. And the first board of directors of the Forest Preserve in Cook County, the head of it, supposedly his name was Seymour Bud Waterfall. Okay, and that's why they supposedly did Waterfall Glen in honor of him. They built this dam. What they did, they hid the secret waterfall from the public because it was too good for the public. It's too beautiful. It's too amazing. They knew it would get ruined if they turned it into a thing and had an ice cream stand and had a parking lot, that it would be ruined. That people climbing on it, it would knock it down. It would be a hill. It would turn into a, and they would ruin everything that's there. It's so beautiful, and it's also kind of dangerous. So there's kind of a lot of stories here. There's the story of Seymour Bud Waterfall. What the heck was going on with that guy? How can I even believe that was his name? They built this giant distraction, this flagstone dam that's at Sawmill Creek. There's the story of the water table being tainted and the cancer deaths. And my dad died at 43 years old of cancer. And then there's the proof where it all comes around and comes together is when you find the waterfall. When you're there and you see it with your own eyes, and the glory of God, the Creator, whoever made, maybe if I say God, you're going to associate that with Jesus and you're going to get all mad and want to do a bunch of nasty comments. Okay, I'm just saying God, the guy who made this earth, because God was showing off. He was doing a wheelie when he made that area there, that waterfall. It's incredible. It's really something. And I looked for it for years. I used to study maps with the satellite view and try to find where it could be until maybe it was 2016, 2015. Yeah. We went over there on my birthday and found it. We parked the car, went in, we were going to explore, and because I can't tell you how much time we spent at Waterfall Glen. We've been all over that area. We don't just go to the waterfall. We follow Sawmill Creek all the way till it empties into the Des Plaines. And I've been in Sawmill Creek from the Des Plaines River on my boat many, many times. So we parked the car, we got out, we went in the woods, and I listened, and we heard it. And we found the cascade, and I could not believe it. I was in tears. It was so beautiful. And then we followed it till we found the waterfall, and then I was just overwhelmed. It was just absolutely overwhelmed. So I took all of that information and made a mini documentary, which is called The Secret. We returned and made several, I think 3 visit videos. And a visit would be, we would head over there with the kids. I have 2 daughters, and they're older, they were older. It's teenage, getting up to the 20-year-old. Maybe she was even 20. But we would all have cameras and we would shoot pictures and videos. And then when I would get home, I would edit those photos and put them together with some music as a montage video. So there's The Secret. That's 40 minutes long. It's on BitChute. It's the same name. If you're interested in watching this, my name, the name of this channel, my nickname, my internet handle, there is a documentary called The Secret, and it's on my Vimeo, Vimeo. If you go to Vimeo, it's in 2 parts. The Secret Part 1 and 2. It's on my BitChute, which is the same account name as The Secret, in 1 part. And The Secret, that documentary has the footage of when we discovered it. Shot footage the first time we went out there, and you can check that out. You can check out those visit videos. But I was over at my mother-in-law's today. We were looking at the Google Maps, and I ended up telling her the story about that, and I thought, I could do another video on it and promote The Secret. Now that it's kind of out there, now that it's on Foursquare, so we come over here, Foursquare, secret waterfall of DuPage County, and there's an image of it. There is no garbage there. Keep it that way. And if you watch the video that I put together of the secret, that's a huge point. I do not reveal the location of the
I
waterfall.
think it was 2015 when we went there.
Yeah, it was 2015. So that is a little bit more info about the secret location. And I just got to tell you, like, finding that was one of the greatest moments of my life. I could not believe that it existed, that I had been lied to my whole life. This place, Waterfall Glen, is Seymour Bud Waterfall. They named it after a guy whose name was Waterfall. Get out of here. I'm not buying it. It was made by a bunch of guys so they could distract the public. Come on over here, there's a waterfall. Don't go over there. It's on the complete other side of the planet. It's not anywhere near Waterfall Glen, by the way. Because that was my first mistake, was looking for it where the Waterfall Glen signs are, where they advertise for you to go and park. It's not there. So I've got to apologize if you're coming here and you're looking for directions for it. I'm not telling. And the reason I'm not telling is every time in my life I've told people locations that I've found that were nature locations, I've come back and found giant fucking skulls, black skulls, spray painted. Beer cans, graffiti, cigarette butts, whatever it might be. And that's happened more than once. And then the people are falling and conking their head and going to the emergency room and getting the police involved, and then it's shut down, and no. I'm sorry. My advice to you is, if you're curious about this and you really want to go, bring hiking gear, be careful, and don't you dare tell anybody where it is. I don't want to go back there and run into you. We ran into some people there one time, and it was very much not cool. Let's keep this a secret. All right, you guys. Peace.